What is up, everybody? Thank you for coming back to the channel. Well, today we have another 5-minute Friday. Now, if you're someone who wants to start a YouTube channel, then you know that your thumbnail is pretty much what makes or breaks your video. This is something I never really paid attention to until the last few months. I would focus way more on the video and the editing until most recently I thought, let me start stepping up my thumbnail game. And then I found this app called Adobe Express. Now, if you're someone who uses Adobe and you pay for the Adobe Creative Cloud, then you can download this straight to your phone. And this allows you to create thumbnails in literally less than 5 minutes. So first, let's get our thumbnail photo, which is gonna be this right here. Now I'm gonna show you how I create that into today's thumbnail. Let's hop onto Premiere Pro. All right, so we're on Premiere Pro right now. What we're gonna do is drag our clip onto Premiere. And so this is what we're going to be using as our thumbnail. That little quick pose that I made. Bam. So that's going to be our thumbnail right there. Now what we're going to do is come here to this camera right here. And then we're going to title this 5-minute thumbnail. We're going to do that as a JPEG. And so boom, that's the first thing we're gonna do is save that as a thumbnail. So now we're gonna go from Premiere and we're gonna hop onto the iPhone, and that's where we're gonna create this thumbnail. All right, so as you can see, we have the thumbnail right there. So what I'm gonna do is open up the Adobe Express app. And as you can see, it already gives you a bunch of options to choose from. Now, what I'm gonna do is go to this plus sign on the bottom, and you see right here where it says Quick Actions. It says remove background, so you're going to choose that. Add image, and then what we're going to do is take the image that we just took a screen grab at and add that onto here. Choose. Now right now what it's going to do is going to remove the background, so it's only going to leave us with the person who's in front, as you can see. So we're going to save that. Now as you can see on the bottom, you have your different options: Instagram stories. So we're going to go all the way to YouTube thumbnail. Done. All right, now that's me right there, just doing my thing, pointing. So the first thing that we're gonna do, and this is what you see a lot in a lot of YouTube thumbnails, is an outline of the person. And that's like the one thing that helps you stand out, just because it makes the video pop. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go over to duplicate. So we're gonna duplicate this image and keep it as is. Now, the one in the back, we're actually gonna make that into like a solid color. And the way you do that is you go over to looks. You can go to duotone, and then, so I'll just choose duotone. And then you get to mess with the colors here, which is one reason why I really like it, because it allows you to just kind of go crazy with it and make your own thing. So you can tell you have all these different options. So now if we go over here, you get to see that little highlight. Now all I want to do is make it just a tad bit bigger so you can see the way that it's gonna frame me. So I just crop it up just a little bit bigger, add it over to the side, and then bring me over and try to match it up. There it is. All right, that looks pretty good to me. All right, so now the next thing that I'm gonna do is just get a couple thumbnails that I already made and slap them on there. So you're just gonna go to Photos, Photo Library, and select the ones you wanna use. And then I'm gonna go to Move Freely so we can adjust them the way that we want to. And the cool part is you could edit these as well any way that you want. So we can crop them in a specific manner. All right, now the next thing that I want to do is change the color to make the color pop. So this yellow looks pretty good. Again, you get to mess around and adjust the colors in whatever way you want. All right, so now that I got the image that I want to use, the background I want to use, and the different thumbnails I want to use, so now I'm gonna center it and make everything look nice and neat. So I'm gonna take me, put me more in the middle. So on this one, all I did was add a blur, and all I did was go over here to this effect, and you could add a blur to your image, and it just gives you that kind of glowy background that a lot of people like to use. Now the other thing is I'm gonna move this more forward so it actually pops out. The only thing that really takes time in creating the thumbnails is adjusting everything to make it look good. And that's all I'm gonna do right now, is just make sure that everything looks up to snuff in the way that I want it to. All right, then we're gonna add those thumbnails over here. So now we pretty much got what it's gonna look like, and now we're just gonna add the text. Create YouTube thumbnails in 5 minutes. Now again, you just come down to your fonts, see what you want to mess with, what color you would like. I'm gonna do this like a nice, let's see, we could do this like in a white. So the majority of this is really what you want your thumbnail to look like. The great thing about this app is that it allows you to do so many things to where you get to customize, whether it's your letters, your words, and all that good stuff, your fonts, your outlines, all that kind of stuff. You could do it on this app, and you don't have to go anywhere else other than this app. So we're gonna add a little shadow effect, make that pop. Now, one of the other things I really like about this app is the fact that you could actually use different kind of images on there. Now, what you're gonna do is go over to the add, stickers. Now, I'm gonna add YouTube. And what's gonna pop up is a bunch of YouTube animations. Now, the cool thing is you don't have to have them animated. They could be a still frame. So if I wanted to use, let's say, the YouTube logo, all I got to do is look for a solid YouTube logo like this one, and as you can see, it's animated right now, but it doesn't have to be. So then what I'm going to do is select it, enlarge it, kind of, you know, add a cool little movement to it, and then put it right behind everything. So this is pretty much a completed thumbnail. So then you just go to export. Now you're gonna have your options of video animation, and so the reason it's giving you that option is because you have that YouTube animation that can move around, but we're just gonna select still image. Now transparent will make it like a PNG, but we want this for YouTube, so we're gonna do solid color, and then we're gonna download it. And now if you go over to your library, you're going to see your YouTube thumbnail. And like I said, all of this was done on my phone. The only thing I really had to do was get the screen grab from Premiere Pro, and that was easy. All I had to do was look for where I had my little pose, took that screen grab, saved it, airdropped that onto my phone, and now I was able to create an entire YouTube thumbnail like a professional in less than 5 minutes. And the cool thing about this app is that, again, if you have the Adobe Creative Cloud, which I highly suggest you do if you're going to be into photography, videography, the Creative Cloud just allows you to have all these apps at your disposal. Whether it's Lightroom, Photoshop, After Effects, Premiere Pro, whatever you're wanting to use in your creative journey, Adobe has it. And so the great thing about Adobe is that you also get these mobile apps that you're able to use to explore and do a lot of things with your creativity. Like I said, I've been wanting to create YouTube thumbnails like this for a while now. And I know most people will do it on Photoshop and, you know, go crazy with it on Photoshop, but I don't have that kind of time to invest into getting really deep into creating my thumbnails that way. So that's why when I found out about this app, I was so happy and overjoyed, because this saves me so much time where either I could be on the couch with Jordan, I could be out somewhere, or, you know, if my wife is driving, I could be editing this real quick, and I'm able to do a thumbnail without my iPad, without my desktop, without my laptop, straight from my phone. So if you guys found this helpful, leave a thumbs up, comment below other videos that you want to see. What I'm trying to do is just give you guys all the information that I have, and this is kind of why I wanted to do the 5-minute Fridays, is to keep me in 5 minutes. I know I've kind of gone over a few times, But I want to be able to take the simplicity of what I've learned in creating and help you guys get to where you need to go. Whether it's photography, videography, or even creating graphics like this for your YouTube channel. That's exactly what I'm here to do. And anything else that you guys would want to learn, if you guys see anything on my Instagram, on my YouTube, on my TikTok, and you're like, bro, how did you do that? Comment that below, message me, DM me, whatever you want to do, because then that gives me more ideas to create videos that you guys want to see. And at the end of the day, I just want to help you get to where you want to go in your journey. So thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you guys next time. And until then, catch you on the flip side. Peace.